this video, I'm going to show you a brand spanking new opening for a work from home job with little to no experience required with one of the leading television and internet service providers in the country, the Dish Remote Customer Service Representative. And watch this video until the end, because I am going to show you, yes you my beloved viewers, a resume template that I have tailored for these types of remote customer service positions that you could use to go ahead and build your own resume to position yourself as the ideal candidate for the jobs that I am going to show you, yes you my beloved viewers, in this video. Keep watching. So let's go right into the ADT Remote Existing Customer Retention Coordinator. I have not forgotten about the Dish position. Nonetheless, let's just go through this one, because this is another position I want to provide as much value as possible on this channel, as many of you who have been watching any of my previous videos, those who have kept it thorough with me from the jump, that I give it all. You don't have to pay me a dime. Jacksonville, Florida, nonetheless, you could work it remotely. ADT has been in the business of helping save lives since 1874 as the #1. Before we continue to go, remember that you can access all the links to these free materials and these opportunities by subscribing to our newsletter at bit.ly/Neil Rod. Once you type in that address into your web browser, in the address field to be exact, you will access the following page. Subscribe to get your free materials, and you will have access to our spreadsheet where I list links to information resources and application portals to grants, financial resources, and now work from home opportunities for everyone. And you will see the Grants for Everyone spreadsheet that has now become a popular search term, believe it or not. We've got the work from home education tab, where you will learn how to be qualified for some of the positions that I will be covering in today's video. Of course, the grants, right now we haven't updated it as much. Nonetheless, we're turning over a new leaf because there is a big movement. Just remember, if you've been watching my previous videos, you know that I've been working from home since 2009. I'll go ahead and cover the secret to do that. Actually, since 2006, but 2009 completely, and actually working from home before that, but completely and formally to go ahead and develop my own business, my own internet marketing practice, and this is what has allowed me to do it, working from home. So let's get back into the position. The Remote Existing Customer Retention Coordinator. ADT has been in business, helping save lives, 1874, #1 smart home security provider in the US. Now, let's just go through the responsibilities. You know who ADT is. You have to answer incoming calls from customers and or employees, identify the reason for the call through discovery, transfer the call to the appropriate group for handling that, ensures the optimum customer service. Sometimes you may not have all the answers, so you have to have the ability and the common sense to go ahead and refer that person, or to go ahead and find the information, find the answers that your customer requires. Customer service is all about resolving problems. Now, why do I say little to no experience required for customer service? Because many of you, you have spouses, you have kids, you have brothers, you have sisters, and you have been at one point in time or the other the voice of reason. The person, especially if you're watching videos on YouTube, you're getting educated, you're getting entertained, perhaps more, a form of edutainment, a la KRS-One. And you are the person relaying messages because you've been educated. You're educating yourself right now. And you can share this message to other people. Now, that's all customer service has to do with. If you are pumping blood in your heart, not Kool-Aid, then you are encountering problems on a daily basis. Other people are encountering problems on a daily basis. The day you stop resolving problems, you're under a tombstone. That's it. That's what our lives constitute. The resolution of problems. We're a bunch of trial and error scientists trying different options and solutions that we come up with our mind, that we formulate different strategies, and we educate ourselves. If we get stuck, we relay that information. That's all customer service is. Things that you're doing on a daily basis. You wake up, your breath stinks, you go brush your jammies, G. right? Same thing. If your son or daughter doesn't know how to brush his or her jammies, when I didn't know how to floss, my mother took me to a dentist that taught me how to floss, but I still have my teeth almost at the age of the big 6-0. I won't reveal that, although many of you already know. Anyway, whatever. Transfer the call to the appropriate group for handling that ensures the optimum customer service. This is important right here because you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to know where to send people, all right? Schedule appointments, reschedule service or installation appointments, process cancellation requests, performs other duties and related work as assigned. So even if you did this in your household, perform all of this stuff, you can go ahead and incorporate that into your resume, incorporate it into your cover letter. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how. Just click the subscribe button and click the bell notification to stay on top of every opportunity that I encounter so I can share it with you, my people, anywhere. Education, any place, any time. Education, work experience required. High school diploma or equivalent, some college preferred, not required. Nonetheless, as long as you can produce that result, experience in customer service and sales retention preferred. Now, sales retention. Someone who retains a sale is someone who keeps somebody subscribed. When that girl or boy or that lady or that man, that significant other tried to leave you, or they try to depart from whatever mission on which you are taking yourself to execute, you have encouraged people to go ahead, no, stick with me. I got the plan. This is why it's going to work. Come on, let's do this. Stay with me. I love you. This, that, and the third. Whatever you have done. You've done that in the past. You've resolved when your parent walked away from you when you told them, I wanted that G.I. Joe, I wanted that Transformer, and you said, but I could do this. I could get this good grade, or whatever. You did whatever you needed to do to go ahead and get that. You have persuaded other people. You have encouraged other people to do something that they did not want to do. You've done it sometime in your life. That's all you have to do with this position. So you've done this in the past, so you have experience doing it. All right? So you can go ahead and incorporate that into your resume. Quantify it. Show how you've resolved that issue time and time again. And stick with me because I'm about to show you the resume so you have an understanding of how to structure this stuff. What I want you to do while I'm reading these descriptions is to pay attention to the words, because those key words, they've got artificially intelligent screeners that look for those words in the resumes that they send. So once they see those words pop up, it's like a spider. Just in case you don't know how Google works, the algorithm, the robot crawls the internet. Crawls, meaning that it reads the entire internet. Everything that you publish, that you make public on the internet, right? And then it has an index. So it has all these words in an index. And whenever you type a search word, then the results come up. Just like on YouTube, you go ahead and type a search word and the spiders, they go ahead and read the video descriptions. Now the artificial intelligence is watching the videos, and that's why you see closed captioning, because they're able to transcribe what the people are saying on the video. If you click closed captioning, there's a auto-generated form of closed captioning where you can read the words that are coming out of my mouth. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Then go ahead, if you don't, and read them through the closed captioning option. That's basically what these screeners do. They check to see whether you qualify, whether you fit the bill. You are able to perform these duties by what you write in your resume, in your cover letter, automatically. So you become a part of the shorter list from which the hiring manager or the person, the stakeholder that is going to hold the interview or take you to the next step of the hiring process determines whether you'll be the ideal candidate and thus hire you and pay you for this particular role. So pay attention to the words, because you want to use these words and those synonymous to those words in your resume and all the materials that you distribute, that you send to the hiring manager, to this organization. Education, work experience. Again, it's only high school, computer proficiency and problem solving skills. I don't know who does not have computer proficiency skills at this point. Everyone has a phone, right? So you have computer proficiency to a certain point. Self-motivated and professional attitude, ability to work varied hours based on business needs, excellent time management planning and proactive thinking skills. Ability to add, subtract, multiply, and divide it in all units of measure using whole numbers, common fractions, and decimals. So you have to have the education of a 12-year-old to qualify for this thing. Must be able to perform duties in a dynamic, fast-paced work environment with frequent changes. If you're not fast enough, do 10 push-ups. You'll get fast. ability to maintain composure, keep emotions in check, and avoid aggressive behavior, even in very difficult situations. Physical demands, I don't know why they have this stuff. Anyway, all of this, and you could apply right here or apply later with ADT. Now, just in case you need a refresher, you need to understand what are top skills that you need to become a customer service professional. Right here, look on Zendesk right here. Empathy, collaboration, product knowledge, efficiency, messaging skills, working across channels. Empathy, you've shown understanding. You've been the voice of reason at one point or the other in your life. When someone is going bonkers, you're like, yo, relax, think about it. You've broken up a fight. You're the dude that's telling them, yo, relax, take it easy. There's like 5 cops out there. There's like 10 of these dudes. He's twice your size. He's going to whoop that ass. Relax. Breathe, right? You are the person that understands the person's situation. That's your customer in this particular case. It's like your own client, whether he or she is your brother or your sister or your friend. You have been the voice of reason at one point or the other, or someone else has been the voice of reason and has calmed you down. The position in which I have been multiple times, right? All this tech stuff, everything that I've learned here, that I'm relaying here, it saved my life. Because remember, I'm from Jamaica, Queens, New York, baby. I was not born with these things in my utility belt. Collaboration. When have you teamed up with somebody and resolved an issue, right? You cleaned up your home. You've gone ahead and moved. How have you collaborated with other people? Product knowledge. And a number of you already have these skills. If you have a small business, a number of you have your small business. Perhaps it's just a side hustle. It's not making as much money as you want or you require. So you are trying to get a work from home position, and I feel free to go ahead and do that. I did that. I had my business set up and I worked for AOL. Got a job with AOL, getting a $2,300 check or so every single week. There's nothing wrong with it. While I had my small business, product knowledge, efficiency, messaging skills, working across, who doesn't have messaging? Everyone has Messenger and a messaging app, a text messaging SMS app on their phone, working across channels. Speed, right? Working across channels. When you got one kid watching Netflix, the other kid watching Disney Plus, and you're preparing microwave popcorn from one and scooping a bunch of ice cream for the other, right? Working across different channels. Speed. How efficient are you in getting that to everyone? Putting together 30-minute meals for your kids or for your spouse or just for yourself, giving and receiving feedback, data centricity, understanding customer needs, understanding, agility. Look, you're going to see this word a lot. Empathy, empathizing, all right? Empathy. If there's one thing the pandemic taught us is that empathy is an essential skill for support professionals. This is the key word that you have to have in your vocabulary. Learn it. Go ahead and learn it again and understand what empathy is. It's just simply understanding how the other person feels, not feeling how the other person feels. So like that, you are the calm spirit that is calculating coldly and telling the person, giving the person the way for them to resolve his or her issue. Empathy. And if you still need more of an education, I have gone ahead on our spreadsheet where I list links to all the resources that I cover in this and all of my videos. A free course on customer service skills. Look at it right here. Just go ahead and visit our spreadsheet on the work from home education. I have abbreviated work from home, WFH, education, and it's right here. Customer service skills. And you have this, and trust me, you will have the skills necessary. It's not rocket science. It's not building the elevator from here to the moon, okay? Now, I want to just show you this in the event you want to shoot for something more. Just let's take a look. So just pay attention. Maybe this will get your attention real quick. Let's go ahead and zoom in real fast, right? Salary range of $69,000 to $194,700 for Colorado candidates, right? Look, for San Francisco, we will consider for employment qualified and arrest conviction. Okay, so for Colorado, well, the salary range is actually, I believe, for everyone, because if you know how to do this stuff, you will be making over 6 figures eventually, if not right away. Software engineer, DevOps. Do not click the back button as yet. Let me just break this down for you. I have enjoyed financial freedom ever since I have educated myself on how to be a technologist. I started as a help desk representative, taking hundreds of calls every single week, helping people get online after they have almost burned out their computers because of so much dust that they have kept in the box while their significant others are out hunting possum in the back. I have done this stuff, all right? And I stacked knowledge upon knowledge. All right, I had like $12 an hour job in a call center out in Florida in Margate while I was tossing a play football with my coworkers. Worked 3 12-hour shifts and a 6.5-hour shift, and had 3.5 days off. And I basically pumped Ethernet cable in my veins. All right, I'm part cyborg because of it, because that allowed me to learn how to talk tech, how to perform search engine optimization, how to do social media. Now, the more you get educated on this stuff, always be exclusive. I've always been successful. It's been, quote, easy. Not easy because I'm still putting effort towards something, but I get on a path of always having people agree with working with me. Okay, so just to give you an example, I became a help desk technician. Not people knew how to do it. I stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning learning everything about a computer. Knew nothing about computers. I was a Corona bottle guzzling street dude. That's it, basically, right? Hanging out with all kinds of people. Had nothing to do with computers. I had broken my computer one time. That was the most experience that I had, and I shared a 6-pack with my friend. He taught me how to go ahead and change the hard drive because I had downloaded so much music through Kazaa, and I toasted the computer, and then I learned everything about computers in one night. Took the test to determine whether I knew what I was doing to become a help desk technician. Got the job the next day. I was making like about $12 an hour, and I was working from a desk, better than flipping burgers, right? And I already had an education from one of the best, most prestigious schools on the planet, and these tech skills allow me to practice, because when I became a journalist, I wanted to pitch my ideas to all these different magazines. I pitched my ideas till 4 o'clock in the morning after I finished school. No one took my story ideas. Nonetheless, becoming a tech marketer, an internet marketing specialist, I was able to write for Forbes magazine, for AOL, for the Huffington Post. It gave me everything that I have been able to enjoy. So anyone who gets involved with tech, you will become elite, because there are a number of people that don't want to deal with this stuff. They don't want to be in front of a computer all day long. So a software engineer is one of the highest levels of sophistication that you have reached, and if you become one, and you will be among an elite group, and it's very easy to get these jobs once you've put the work in to go ahead and know how to perform these tasks. Because people just get ADHD when they listen about the stuff that I do, and this is even more complex. I have somewhat of an experience, and the way you get there is, of course, getting educated, and I provided resources. Remember, the most powerful tab on this spreadsheet, which is the free education tab. I have listed all kinds of free education resources for you to learn how to do this stuff. Now you got free IT training, DevOps training. If you just go to YouTube, this is where I would start if I want to learn DevOps. Just go ahead and type DevOps course. Look, you've got DevOps engineering course for beginners, DevOps in 5 minutes, from zero to DevOps engineer. Who doesn't want to make $194,000? Come on, USA Generation. If I ever got tired of speaking to you, which I never will, I'll definitely want to jump on something like this. I'll always be involved in tech from now on. And what the beauty of it is that this is the reason why I have been able to work from home partially since like 03, and then completely since 09 for one of the biggest and most iconic brands on the planet with the Nielsen organization. That's the Nielsen ratings. They quantify all of the people that, or estimate all of the people that watch the Super Bowl and all of these things, and Adweek, Billboard, all of these iconic brands. Why? Because I got involved with tech, engineered a historic chat between the first lady at the time, Michelle Obama, and Latina mothers, built a magazine from nothing to working with one of the most iconic names on the planet, someone who made history, the Barack Obama 2012 campaign. Anyway, regardless of your political affiliations, listen, I came from nothing. Understand? Nothing. Where education was crap. Anyway, Hillcrest, one of the poorest neighborhoods in the country. Anyway, IT training to accelerate your career. You got IT Pro TV. Now, this is not a free resource. I think you only pay like about $500, and they walk you through. They make it easy as possible. But let's say you want to learn how to get involved in this stuff. This is one resource that I highly recommend. Your career in web development starts here. The Odin Project. They've got a full curriculum. Look, the foundation, a hands-on introduction to all the essential tools you'll need to build real working websites. All right, and look, full stack Ruby on Rails, that's a programming language, full stack JavaScript. Then you can get into something a little deeper. You want to learn how to get into DevOps, very popular. Like I told you before, there are a number of people, some of which they came up non-privileged, underserved communities, and they're taking these jobs. They're at least making $40,000 to $50,000, living like millionaires overseas. They're traveling to my family's country, to Colombia. I was born in New York City, in Queens General Hospital. Nonetheless, my family is from Colombia, and they're living out there, living like millionaires with their own butlers, private drivers, etc. Getting started with Amazon QuickSight. You have an understanding, you can go ahead and get into something like this, and you can be certified by Amazon, work with their AWS systems. All of this stuff is over 6 figures and better. And once you start learning how to automate these processes and hiring other people on Fiverr and on Upwork to do this stuff for you, you can take on 3, 4, an endless amount of work of remote jobs. And I mean, some people will get mad, probably lay you off. But listen, even if you get laid off from one of these jobs, you get fired or whatever, your skills are in such high demand. And if you market yourself right, you put your resume up on LinkedIn and you start to build a portfolio, you are going to have people barging down your door to go ahead and get you paid. Trust me, I'm nowhere near the top and most elite echelon of what a tech professional does. Nonetheless, I still have headhunters coming at me. I've never actually landed many jobs, or the best jobs that I have landed, through my outbound efforts by sending resumes. Headhunters have gotten to me. That's how I got my Nielsen position where I was clocking 80 grand. That's how I got that job where AOL was giving me $2,300 a week. I didn't send out a resume, one resume to go ahead and get that job. I did put together, nonetheless, the sales materials that I'll talk about more shortly. So you want to get into something like that? Look, you got all the free training right here, and I'm going to only fill this. Look at the free education tab, how I've filled this with all kinds of free education resources. You want to learn the way that I've done it, the way that I've made my bones? Look, how to do search engine optimization through Reddit. All of these free resources right here. Remote existing customer service, and I have the positions right here on the work from home tab right here. So if you want to start to preparing yourself, get busy. Just go ahead and cut some of that Netflix time out. I'm watching Billions. I've tried to cut it out as much as possible, and try not to binge watch as much, and start binge watching this education. All has to do with how you invest your time, how you invest your time in yourself. Here's the DISH Remote Customer Service Representative position. As a customer experience representative, you will serve as an information resource for billing, programming, and technical troubleshooting questions, including promoting products and services to our new and existing customers so they get the most value and enjoyment from their DISH experience. Now, again, pay attention to the words that the hiring stakeholders have included in the job description, because you want to include it in your resume, just as I have included it on the resume template that I have structured right here. Now, I want to break down a few things right here. You annotated some comments that I'll go ahead and repeat. I have always used my logo. Now, this has been one of my logos. I mean, I'm actually updating my logo for the brand, for the channel. And I used it because you want to stand out as much as possible when you send out your resume. I use my logo. This is not one of my accolades. It's just something that I included as a sample. Now, this is my resume. This is one of the last resumes that I put out. Actually, no, this is not one of the last resumes because it doesn't have the logo. All right, this one was one of the resumes that I used, I guess, midway into my job hunting stint. I don't job hunt as much. I don't job hunt anymore. I'm not even gonna say as much because I don't. So this had my certifications. I just messed up the formatting on this. Certifications that I had at the time. AdWords qualified. This is old. This is probably like circa 2010 or something like that, before I used the logo. But I did add my certifications. I was a Yahoo Search Marketing Ambassador when that existed. I had a certification with marketing experiments. So website director is the career objective, search engine optimization specialist with a background in social media influence, marketing engagement savvy in a fast-paced dynamic environment, ideal for an enthusiastic and innovative articulate communicator, yada, yada, yada. And just take a look at some of the bullets that I included as my experience. Ranked a startup private jet broker on page 1 of the major search engines for the most competitive keywords in the general aviation industry for $150,000 in additional monthly revenue through structuring site taxonomies, on-site optimization, directory submissions, yada, yada, yada. The one key thing that you want to ensure when you apply for any job whatsoever, remote, on-site, always highlight how you have made or saved money for a previous employer and how you resolved problems. Now, as a customer service representative, you may not be generating as much revenue. Nonetheless, you're resolving problems. Quantify how many problems you resolved on a daily basis, because if you're being time efficient, you're being paid by the hour, an employer wants to know how much value they are able to draw from your effort, from your productivity. So you might as well quantify how many tasks you're able to perform in that hour. So they are able to see, okay, if I pay this guy $20 an hour, can I make $100 or $200 or $3 or whatever the lifetime value of a customer in the tens of thousands of dollars for that hour? So I've gone ahead and structured a resume template tailored for positions such as these. So this would be like an accolade that I enjoy. You want to include accolades, and this it's not all required here. You know, you add, of course, your address, phone number, home, and cell right here. 1-800-HIRE-ME. Wouldn't that be nice? Excellence in customer service. That would be an award. That's just a random award that I went ahead and sourced. Career objective. Now, don't bite the resume. No biting, all right? Don't bootleg the resume complete. Just use it as a template from which you can structure your own resume. If you have home-based skills, if you don't have that much experience, these positions don't require that much experience. Remote customer service representative, qualified and helpful customer service professional with a 5-year track record of excelling in customer care roles, which require technical troubleshooting, support, and simplifying lives. Remember, add these words that the hiring stakeholder includes in the job description, because once those crawlers, screeners, go ahead and identify those words, there's a good chance you'll get picked up and shortlisted and have a better chance of becoming the ideal candidate and thus hired for these positions. Customer service professional, technical troubleshooting. See, if you take a look at the job description, they're asking for you providing solutions to customers from simple concerns to escalated and complex situations. If you like solve problems, interact with people. Always have at least 2 days off. All right, what's in it for you? Where's the experience right here? Ability to remain engaged on the phone throughout the entirety of your shift with minimal to no distractions. Ability on camera during all video meetings. Superb attendance. Open availability to work between the hours of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Tech savviness with the ability to smoothly operate multiple windows and tabs right here. 6 months of related customer service and troubleshooting experience and or training. So I've gone ahead and included right here, technical troubleshooting, support, and simplifying lives. There's actually a sentence where they use simplifying lives. They want to simplify people's lives, right? Excel at simplifying lives and helping communities get the most from their TV experience. Just to give you an idea, astute problem solver. You're solving problems, remember. And strong ability to drive to promote products and services. Promote products or services. That's important. It's like ever since I've worked at a customer service role as a teller, they've always wanted you to help cross-sell products, including promoting products and services to our new and existing customers so they can get the most value and enjoyment from their Dish experience. And you want to include that in your resume successfully. Now, take a look at the experience. This is not my experience, not completely, right? I'm just making this as a sample with the keywords that the hiring stakeholder used in that job description. Successfully sold over $100,000 in premium cable and internet access packages throughout my tenure with Cablevision. Showed how you promoted products and services. Resolved over 60 customer service problems every day, requiring remote technical support of cable boxes, modems, and routers. Awarded bonuses for maintaining perfect attendance. Remember that? Remember that? Right here. What's in it for you? Perfect attendance. Look, superb attendance. Open availability. Take a look at this right here. Ability to be on camera during all video meetings. There'll be video meetings, right? So you have to have the equipment. They're going to give you some equipment, but you want to have as much structure as possible available. Awarded 5-star ratings 114 times through customer service ratings. Awarded bonuses for maintaining perfect attendance during snowy and frigid winter seasons. Worked in office during 5 major snowstorms and slept in a call center overnight to maintain Cablevision customer service standards. I knew Cablevision actually wanted you to sleep in their call center. I worked for them at one particular point in time. They wanted you to sleep in their call center. I didn't do it, but if you did it somewhere, that'd be great to show. So how many times have you done it? Look how I'm quantifying everything. Promoted to a level 2 customer service representative in 8 months. That shows how not only you escalated calls because they were too complex for you, but people were actually escalating calls to you because you did the work to learn the position as much as possible. Successfully maintain customer service quantity and quality standards while working remotely through the first months of the pandemic. All right, so if you showed the ability to be successful as a remote worker in the past, highlight that in your resume. Customer service representative, Bell South, helped over 100 customers connect to the internet by helping them configure their computers and ISP hardware, maintain a perfect attendance. Again, regularly operated 20 plus windows on my screen to quickly access every resource required to resolve a customer service issue. Here, where does it read? An openness to be coachable. Where's the multiple service windows right here? There's one with windows, right? Right here. Tech savviness with the ability to smoothly operate multiple windows and tabs while simultaneously provided best in class. Look at my screen right now. Look how many tabs I have open right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Almost 20 tabs open, right? So you are highlighting that in your resume. The artificial intelligence is able to determine whether you are relevant. So you want to get shortlisted, include those keywords. Liberal arts, Miami-Dade Community College. If I went to school there, I didn't go to school there. This is fictional, but it constitutes real life, hypothetical situations where you have shown that you have the experience to be the ideal candidate for this position. Fluent in English and Spanish, thoroughly familiar, proficient with multiple customer relationship management software. So you will be operating CRM software as a customer service representative. You want to do no experience to little experience jobs, go ahead and learn how to do them if you don't know how to do it so far. A number of you have worked with small businesses. Include that business experience in this. It's all business experience. And listen, don't be limited by the amount of sale material that you put together in order to apply for these things. 100 square feet of office space exclusively dedicated to provide a distraction-free environment while working remotely. Distraction-free. Look, they all want you to have the ability to remain engaged on the phone throughout the entirety of your shift with minimal to no distractions whatsoever. And right here, fluency in the phonetic alphabet to minimize mistakes in relaying critical information that customers require to resolve issues. That's just something that I learned from the military phonetic alphabet. If I want to spell something out, for instance, watch this video you see on the screen right now. I say W is in whiskey, A is in alpha, T is in tango, C is in Charlie, H is in hotel. So watch the video you see on the screen right now and go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter at bit.ly/NeilRod so you can access all the free materials that I covered in this video.